Hello, everybody. I hope you've all been happy, healthy, and well, guys. This is what I want to hear, and welcome to my channel. Um, let's get started here. So, it's been a while since I did a pick a card, and I figured for spring and all that good kind of new energy, let's do a pick a card. And now this is going to be. It's been a while since I did this. For those of you who are currently in separation and missing your soulmate, those of you in no contact, for those of you also who are in twin flame connections and no contact, this will be applicable to you as well. Now, let's get started here. So we're going to do 3 decks. And I'm just going to have you look at the deck, get a feel for it, okay, and pick a card, okay, or pick a deck. Now, you can watch one or maybe claim more than one of these stories, okay, whatever feels right to you, okay? But as I always say with general reading, take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? And for something tailored to your specific situation, you will need a private reading, okay? And I do offer live one-on-one readings and also pre-recorded readings. Okay, so here is deck number 1. Okay, number 1. Number 2. Deck number 2. And here's deck number 3. All right. So make your choice or choices, and let's get started here. So all right, deck number 3, number 2. Let me just put these over here. All right, so for those of you who chose deck number 1, welcome. And let's get started. So the focus of this reading, all right, is more, I think, are they coming back? How are they feeling about you? No matter how long it's been, how long you've been in separation, is there still love? Are they coming back? Is this salvageable? And I also want to say that this can apply to friendships as well, okay? And I may put that in a comment down below, okay? So let's see here. Please, dear angels, dear God, dear universe, what is currently going on with this particular soulmate? Are they coming back? What are their current feelings? Okay. The Magician. The 4 of Cups. There is an energy here, a major energy here of, I feel your person is going through, or has been going through, I want to say, like a bit of an egotistical phase. I feel like it's almost like this energy of, okay, like, fine, get away from me. Like, I don't need people. It's almost like this, I feel a bit of a false sense of security, or like kind of, I've got this all together. I feel like they are actively, I don't feel they've reached out to you. If anything, I feel like they are trying to, in a way, I feel they put their blinders on, in a way, and are living life in a way where they may be getting actually quite a bit of attention, even, I want to say, like, romantically, friendship-wise, and it feels actually like, want me to really be blunt, it feels like a lot of BS. It feels like a lot of fake people around them. I feel like, maybe they're a little fake as well. You know, there's kind of this energy, though, more like I feel the friendships themselves or the connections that they are making look good, maybe on the surface. You know, maybe if they have a social media, they may be posting things, you know, like on Instagram, Facebook. Mm, I'm getting less of like Twitter. It's more like Instagram and like where pictures can be posted, something with like pictures, or even like Snapchat, like more with stories. You know, there's almost this energy, you know, it looks like they have a circle. It looks like they have friends. And even I feel like romantic connection. You know, there's almost this energy, you know, of them like, okay, fine. You know, I feel like they're still very okay. I feel like they were one or are or once very butthurt or hurt by you, by what transpired. And it's almost like there's this energy of they couldn't handle certain truths. And now there's almost like this energy of in a rage. It's almost like, for those of you gamers out there, okay, you'll know what I'm going to say. Like, if you've ever heard of like rage quitting, it feels very much, those of you who aren't gamers, it's more like, you know, in a game, like if you know you're going to loot, you just like rage quit and close the console, you cut it off, and like don't give the other person the satisfaction of winning over you. You just like magically disappear, but like that's a rage quit. It's almost like I feel they got their blinders on and they're trying to prove you wrong. And it feels like there's something that you may have said to them, or certain truths or realities that stuck with them, kind of like mud. And it feels like they're trying to prove what you said. It could have been about certain people they were around, certain energies, certain whatever, trying to prove you wrong. This could have even been like, let's say you were friends with them and they were like picking guys or girls to be with who were fake and a little pretentious, a little, you know, all about their image, who just maybe wanted them for, I don't know, either their body or for attention, for like money. It just feels like somebody who's charming, alluring, like these types of people, but there's really no substance to them, or they're more interested in their own agendas or using your person for their own devices, is the way I want to say it. And I feel like right now they're very one track minded. It feels like they're into their career right now, kind of like pushing out everything that hurts them. They may have even gotten into multiple connections, multiple relationships. There may be one. I feel like one that maybe did them in and kind of, they may even be with somebody else, and it just feels like very numbing, very kind of surface. It feels like an energy of what they want, or what they're looking for in a way is substance. And I feel they may have had it with you, but it's ironic. It's almost like what they want, they can't handle. But then they keep getting hurt by people who have no substance and wondering like, well, why the hell is this? And they get like angrier and angrier. You know, or like more kind of like, oh, I guess this is what it is. Or, you know, it's almost like I don't care anymore. I also feel like they may have been manipulated pretty bad by somebody, and now they've kind of become. I feel like this is the type of person, either like a workaholic or someone who really closes off to reality in a way. I don't even want to say it's like rose tinted glasses. At once they may have been like this, but it's more like an energy of blinders, like dark glasses. I'm feeling like I'm kind of in like sunglasses. Okay, there's the Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the Empress. Beautiful card. I always loved this card when I first saw it. Right now, this person feels very mistrust. I feel like they could be in another connection right now. If not in a full-blown relate, it feels though like very reboundy to me, because it feels almost like a relationship, but it's either I just feel like there's no substance to whatever they're doing right now. It just feels like something that's passing the time. They may want to have the image like of having a boyfriend or having a girlfriend or having a special somebody that they can talk about or like drag around, or just to say, oh yeah, my girl, oh yeah, my guy, something like that. And this person actually feels like let me be very blunt, they feel like a very bad judge of character. They may be like a little intuitive, but this is a beautiful card, okay? But I don't get a good energy from this right now. I'm actually getting energy of, it's an Empress, but it's more in their dark side. And I feel like maybe these are the types of people that unfortunately this person may surround themselves with or be prone to getting with. Because this feels kind of like people who, either guy or girl, person who has and knows their power, but kind of, in a way, like abuses it. Sees something that they like and goes after it. But I'm getting more of like an energy of somebody who chooses this person. This feels like your soulmate. Somebody who chooses them for the wrong thing. Either their body, because they're cute, or like their money, if they have money. It's like stuff like that. Like all the wrong reasons. And then this person, but I feel also like this maybe like they could be getting with guys or girls who kind of charm them in a way, who look a certain way, but know these people, this person knows how to charm, or these types of people that they get with know how to charm the pants off of them. And it's more like, I feel your person may be gullible for it, or they don't really see what it is. They think they know what they're doing, but they don't. And then they end up paying the price after. You, I feel, were maybe the exception. You were the one that was not like this nasty kind of deceptive energy. And I feel like almost like, I swear, like they're trying to prove something that you said wrong, or like a reality about themselves. And I also feel like if they were in another relationship and it broke off, there's almost like an energy of, you may have even said it, like, who the hell is that? Like they chose wrong and they're like annoyed. And they're still trying to do it their way, but look at your track record, hon. How's that working out for you? It feels very reboundy, and I feel like this person is really learning things the hard way. Yeah, there's an energy here of them kind of getting with some deceptive guys or gals. Uh, this is, I feel like there's an energy. I know what I feel. And right now, they could, whether they've been in multiple this feels like maybe currently they're with somebody or entertaining somebody who, if to them it feels like a rebound, honestly. But for this person, to them, your soulmate is more of a convenience, or maybe they're waiting for somebody else to become available. I feel also like this Queen of Swords knows what they see, and it's almost like how to get what they want out of your soulmate. It doesn't feel like particularly good intentions. Now, there's the King of Swords right underneath it. What this tells me is, now this may have been your soulmate, okay? A little closed off towards you, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. What it feels like, though, is it's kind of like maybe they were meant to meet in order for this one to get a dose of his or her medicine. This queen, I feel, with this particular king is outsmarting him. It's like, okay, you hide your intents, but so do I. It's kind of like a game that's going on. But I really feel more like your person may be with a soulmate who, or again, whether they're in a relationship or not, are like entertaining people who have their own agendas, maybe much like they did with you, and they're kind of paying the price, seeing how it feels. And again, they seem to fall. I know what I feel. There's the Knight of... They seem to fall for the wrong types. Again, maybe they have a certain look about them, a certain curviness, a certain, I don't know, body type, musculature. Okay? Whatever you want to call it, and you know what I'm saying. It just feels like they fall for salt that looks like sugar. Like they don't know what the hell, like this person does not learn their lesson. I also feel like they're very gullible and kind of fooled easily, by like, I don't know if I want to say like the charm. Okay, the charm. They fall very easily for like almost like somebody who acts like innocent, but who isn't. But then somebody who's actually innocent, they almost don't trust. It's kind of funny to me. This person's like a glutton for punishment. Six of Wands. In a way, they're kind of deluded to this, blind to this right now. They're more worried about their career and kind of not really in it, which is kind of what I feel. But it also feels like this other person isn't really in it either. It just feels like a little bit of convenience. There's the Death card. What it feels like is this queen or whoever this is, whether it's whoever they're with entertaining, is going to drop them at a hat. It feels like they have feelings for somebody else. And they're more using your soulmate, or this soulmate of yours is around people who use them for their own devices. And maybe that's what your soulmate needs to learn and to grow. There's the Devil, because they seem to fall for what looks good, what tastes good, what smells good, what sounds good, right? But just because it looks, tastes, smells, just because it glitters does not mean it's a good thing. The Devil, temptation. They have a tendency, I feel, for choosing the wrong people and falling for the wolves in sheep's clothing. Yeah, see, there's the Knight of Wands with the Devil. They're attracted to it. They attract it. And so then when it hurts, they put their blinders on. That's how they cope. Yeah. Now, here's the one. This particular world card, I never liked the feel of it. Um, it's a beautiful drawing, but it's a very powerful image. But this always makes me feel like a master manipulator. Okay? And it feels like a man or a woman who knows how to play people like a fiddle. And this may have happened multiple times. I also feel like an energy of just they're a very bad judge of character. And they go maybe towards what looks easy. I just saw 2022 or 20, even 2020 on the timer. Right now, they're kind of living a life of, I don't know, it looks stable. It feels like a little sexual, a little this, a little that, but there's no substance to it. It's kind of all for show. But I do feel like they're just being used to kind of pass the time. In May. I don't know. Some of you, it's coming out like in May or even within 5 months from now. I feel like an energy of them breaking up with whoever they're with or whatever they're doing. It feels like it's going to come to a kind of a halt. Nine of Wands. I keep feeling like May. It could even be May, or it's something with the 5. Within 5 or so months, let's say. There's the Tower. I know what I felt. Boom. What's this? Ooh, the 7 of... You see, it's like an energy of... Like it all happens all over again. They're going to get played. I feel like they're with somebody right now, possibly, who is, again, I feel like they're using them in a way just to be in a relationship, but they actually have feelings for somebody else. And it's more just kind of a convenience, maybe to be with like, oh, I'm getting this kind of an energy, honestly, like maybe to be with like a hot guy or a hot girl. You know, it's just nice to be with, you know, to be in someone's arms, but you're not the one I have feelings for. Here's the Temperance card. There's that Empress again. This person seems to be very desirable. You know, there's like an energy of... Could even be someone other than you, you know, who is like thrilled that this is happening. Maybe even wished it upon them. Person just seems to be like a magnet for people with not good intentions towards them. And it's funny, there's almost an energy here, you know, you may be praying for them, you know, like maybe sending them, for those of you this part resonates with, you may be sending them, you know, like, or have sent them like helpful energy, or like, you know, I pray for you, you know, and so forth. But there's also somebody out there who's sending them not so good energy and trying to, I feel, interfere with them. Could even be like spell work, unfortunately, which I don't like when people interfere like that in people's energy, but it is coming out here. That kind of shit comes back to you tenfold. You know, messing with people's energy. You know, there are some things that just because you can do it doesn't mean you should. There's almost like an energy of somebody else, though, who may be watching from afar, who's satisfied that they broke up. Because I'm feeling like good, but it's not a good kind of good. It's more like a, oh, good. It's nasty. Person created a lot of karma for themselves, because I'm getting an energy almost of, there's like somebody who's like very sticky, very like their energy, like they don't seem to take no for an answer with this person, and it feels like they don't seem to go away. Like they may have even broken up with whoever this Empress is, and they just don't take no for an answer. So if they can't get what they want, almost like I want to say the honorable way, they'll do it the dishonorable way. They'll do it the sneaky way, and maybe send them bad energy, bad juju. Interfere in things. See, I don't like the way that hand in the Judgment card, it's like their hand is places where it should not be. Yeah, there may be like a water sign who's interfering. And if not a water sign, it doesn't really matter. There's like an energy of somebody who wants to see this person suffer. And I don't feel, though, what they're doing is, it doesn't feel warranted. It doesn't feel right. Because this person feels like they're going to get karma for that. They feel like the one who's sending them back, it just does not feel right. It doesn't feel kosher to me. Feels like a bit of a dangerous kind of, spiritually, like a dangerous kind of energy. Like, okay, well, if I can't get what I want, by free will, I'm going to try and do it this way. And it's not right. It's not good. Part of this person's karma, though, your soulmate's karma, may be to learn how to stand up to people like this. What they need, it's clear, is some spiritual strength. And maybe this is a part of their journey. Because I think once you recognize that someone is that's where you have the power to kind of stand against it. But it may be part of their journey to recognize that. When you choose the wrong people like that, sometimes there's a lot of repercussions. When you get involved with some, crazy, people like that, forget it. A lot of karma. Now, let me see, are they thinking about you? What are they feeling about you? That's what's going on with them. Okay. Okay. Six of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups. The Hermit. Right now, it feels like kind of no, and yet it's like an energy of you are not forgotten. But it feels like they're on this kind of journey of attempting to let you go, or, they maybe have, I want to say, like, let you go. But what you've said, who you are, has not left them. It feels like they're maybe exploring the darker side of life. It feels very empty, very... Six of Pentacles and Six of Swords. This person still has some karma, I feel, to deal with. They're in for more heartbreak, I feel, from another soulmate. They still haven't learned the lesson. And there's almost like an energy here of some things have to happen first. I feel they put their eggs, or in this particular day, it's a squirrel. Okay, so they put their nuts. Oh, God. Maybe pun, no pun intended. I don't know. They put their nuts in the wrong tree. They put their nuts in the wrong basket. And there's like this energy. They have a bad habit of doing that. And what it feels like is it's happened again, and it's going to happen again. Yeah, because I feel like there are some things that have to happen. Or are happening. Still, God, it's like they're trying to push you away. Trying so hard to, I feel, resist like the truth of what things that you said, but it's not working at all. They just don't seem to get it. See, will they reach out at a later time? Is this relationship salvageable? Okay, right now, okay, the 7. I feel this is like there are some things that still need to occur in their life. Some things that they're still quite confused about. Ace of Wands. They still base things, I feel like, off of sex or appeal, and they need to knock that off. They go for like what looks good, but not what's actually good. High Priestess. There's the 8 of... Okay, the 8 of Wands. You know, that High Priestess, though, you know, there is an energy, though, of somebody I feel around, I'm telling you, who has a grudge, and it feels like they may be interfering energetically with this person, or have attempted that. Sometimes you have to fight fire with fire, and it's more like an energy of, I feel what this person could use maybe is some spiritual protection. Maybe pray for them. Do what you can, ask the angels. They seem to be like stuck in kind of a cycle where it does feel like it's partly them as well, you know, where they just avoid themselves. But they're in for some karma, though. I'm telling you, like, they're going to suffer again. Yeah, there's that square. And the devil, again, I'm telling you, I know what I feel. It's like they're falling victim to something again. And it's going to hurt again. Then it feels, okay, because there's like an energy of maybe something that you said, or that you, like a truth that you try to tell them that they were trying to avoid for so long. And what it's feeling like is, then they get it. It's like the more heartbreak they go through, the more they understand. I just saw that King of Cups. With this person, though, I'm telling you, it's like, they're like almost, I want to say like a blockhead. And it takes them like a lot of suffering, like to get the point across. See, is this relationship salvageable? Five of Cups, there's a lot of hurt here. six. Oh, the Five of Cups, Six of Swords. Nine of... Two of Swords. Libra. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra, or could have dealt with a Libra. There could be a Libra involved here. And there's the Five of... Okay. Ace of Pentacles. It is salvageable, but I feel there are a lot of trust issues that between you and this particular soulmate that would need to be hashed out and dealt with. You know, maybe there were some things that you did that you're not proud of. Maybe there are some things that this person did that they're not proud of. But what it does feel, though, is like this person, though, with you was untrustworthy. And there may have been situations that arose that, I don't know how to say it. It feels like their dishonesty may have triggered certain reactions out of you that were maybe a little crazy, right? But I mean, when someone's dishonest with you, you know, I mean, yeah, there are maybe different ways in retrospect that it could have been dealt with, but I think the reality here is the trust issues, and it can be salvaged. Question is, could you trust this person again, knowing how they are, what they've done? Have they changed? Have they grown? They would have to show it to you. This person feels very, like they could be younger than you. They could just have some, honestly, some growing up to do. You know, if they're in their, you know, like a certain age, it just feels like they have some experience, some growing up to do. I get like you're very resistant to them. It's like you love them, but you don't trust them. They're not trustworthy. And it's like clear that they're not. Almost like they're writing it all in a way to, oh, well, this happened and that happened, you know, but are you really owning it? I don't get much emotion from this person right now. I get more of like, you know, very, in the beginning, it may be, I'm telling this person may, if they reach out to you, I feel they may, but there's still an energy of like heartbreak to occur, okay? And honestly, what I feel when they, I want to say like when, because it feels like they will suffer first. And there's this energy of them approaching you, but very like, damaged, very kind of, it's not cold, but it's not like I love you and I'm so sorry. It's more like broken and but not emotional. It's more like cold, but not like, it's like aloof, like it's been a while. It may not be what you expect. Like they're not going to approach you with some apology, I feel. But then I feel after a while comes the I see. There's like an energy of this person approaching you after much heartbreak. So they may not be, let's say, ready to delve in with you because it feels like they still have much to learn. possibly even about friendship. And what I feel here is like kind of maybe you and them being friends for a while, but there is this element of I need to trust you, and like you're an arrogant son of a bitch. Because I really feel, and it feels like this arrogance may be what this person learned from the others or kind of what they've been around for a while. But they've been kind of like lying to themselves. You need to be careful with this one, I feel. Because they just seem to have this tendency. I know what I feel. With this one, if they had an ex or whatever, what it feels like, it's spiritually, they may be interfering. And I know I feel that energy. It's almost like you need to protect them or would need to maybe protect them spiritually. It almost feels like, my God, it's like when things start to go well for them, something kicks in. And what they may need is some spiritual help. Because I feel like there's bad juju being sent to them. That kind of makes them in a way like make bad, or it can even be like a come to me spell, something like that from like a nasty ex who's toxic. That may have been the karmic. 6 of Pentacles. I'm sorry, that's victory. Kind of feels like the forces of, in a way, like light and dark kind of clashing here. There was somebody else who really did them in, I feel, messed with them energetically, emotionally. That will have to be, I feel, undone. Because what I feel, it really feels like this person's energy is, I don't want to say like cursed, but it's like tainted. It's like there's something there, somebody who's just like sending them really bad juju, and they need some protection. So it feels like it's something that they can't defend against. So just keep that in mind. You may be able to help them. And again, the only time I feel spell work is warranted is, like when someone or if someone is sending bad juju to you, you can protect yourself or protect others. But it must be warranted. It must be, it's like I feel you need to kind of pray for guidance on that. To see how to do it, what to do. Because it can open up a whole can of worms. Let me see how to best handle. This is a really heavy one. Let me see how to best handle this situation with this soulmate. When they reach out to you. Eight of Pentacles. Judgment. That High Priestess is coming out again. This feels like a bitch or a bastard that needs to be dealt with, unfortunately. This is someone who's maybe obsessed with having a relationship with them, but it feels very nasty. Let me get some guidance on how to deal with that. I know what I feel. It feels like a bit of a spiritual bully. Yeah, I know what I feel. I just saw 4444. 4444. That's a spiritual bully. I know what I feel. How, please, dear angels, to do. Okay, the 7. 7 of Swords. Do it quietly. Hangman. Understand, I feel like first you need to make sure your intentions towards the one who is sending the bad juju is make sure your intentions are pure. Wish them no harm, because this person feels very damaged who is doing this. They feel the need, I feel, to control others by any means necessary. And what it feels like is, yeah, there's the Seven of... This feels like, again, just someone who's like brewing up all kinds of things, sending a lot of nasty energy. But you need to, don't become them. There's more of an energy here of... It's like kind of fight fire, in a way, fire with fire. But it's not aggressive. It's more subtle. It's more, okay, well, you're not going to harm me, or you're not going to harm him or her. Take your shit elsewhere. You know, it's loving and kind, right? It still has a heart because it knows, in a way, you know this person is suffering, whoever is doing this, but it's also quite dangerous. It's like, know thy enemy, but know in a way like that they're not really your enemy. Does that make sense? Make sure your intents are pure, but also very defined, clear boundary. You will not do this. So that's what I feel. This person feels very emotional, and I feel like their emotions drives them out of control. It may be a water sign who's doing this, but if it's not a water sign, it's just someone who's sending a lot of dark energy. This also feels like somebody who got exactly what they deserved. They may have tried to manipulate your partner, whoever this is, your soulmate, and got it right back in their face because they broke up. It's somebody who's heartbroken but not accepting it. They may even know about you or know of you. Yeah, there's the Lovers. This person, I'm telling you, they created some nasty karma with this other one. So that other one feels like kind of comes with the territory, but there's going to need to be protection. There is interference here. Let me see, having heard that, will things work out? Or are things possible to work out? Will that other person leave for good? Leave you and leave your soulmate alone? Okay, 5 of Wands. Knight of Cups. Okay, interesting. The 3 of Swords wanted to kind of come out. What it feels like is, I want to say this, not without a fight. Yeah, the 9 of... What it feels like is they're not going to go away unless... Yeah, there's like protection. Tower. Yeah, see, there she is again. And I know what I feel. It's like an energy of like someone who just does not stop until they get a dose of their own medicine. A force equally as, I want to say, like strong or powerful, but one that's not out to get them like they are others. Hey. Like, okay, you're cunning, but I'm 10 steps ahead of you. This honestly just feels like somebody who will always be envious, but, maybe you being with your, you may teach them these things later on, but they're going to maybe need some spiritual awareness on these things. Okay, and if they were with somebody who was dabbling in that, they're going to know about it. I also feel like if you know of this person, block them. Of that crazy X energy that I'm getting, okay? Let me see, just to close it off, what are their true feelings for you? The Wheel. Knight of Pentacles. Four of Swords. Two of Pentacles. And Victory. Feels like when they met you, they knew you were important. They knew you were someone different, but they never fully trusted it. Oh, the Four of Wands. They needed to go through some heartbreak to realize just who you were to them. Just how important you, I feel, were. Your souls, I feel, you were maybe what they needed, they were what you needed, but they were still up in the air. I also feel an energy too, like, let's say there was a sexuality thing. If it was like same sex, they could have been unsure about whether they were straight, gay, bi, trans, whatever way it's going to go, and they may have been like living a lie for a while. And that's something that they had to experience. Let's say they were, actually gay or bi, but trying to play it straight. And it didn't work out. I feel like they dream about you at night. And I also feel like, now the Empress came out finally, but I actually feel a good energy with her again. And what it feels like again is there may have been two people, you and another one, and this other one, the whole reading, it was coming out as the nasty Empress. You, I feel, were like the positive Empress. You were the one who showed them the way, maybe try to show them the light. And I feel like they cherish those good times. I feel like they kind of know you love them. It's interesting though. I think they got in a way like a dose of somebody in the light and the dark. And this is what they had to experience. This was an intense one. So, just be careful that, but there's definitely someone out there for this group that's sending some juju, okay? And if that part doesn't resonate, with you, then just leave it, okay? Right, but that's what I feel. I feel this person, though, look at that. I cut the deck and the Lovers. Potential is definitely there, but there's some heartbreak to occur. Okay, so let me just get some advice in the meantime for you. Please, dear angels, dear God, dear universe, in the meantime, how do you guide whoever's watching to handle this? Okay, the Four of Wands. Hermit. I feel like this is an energy of maintaining your stability and making very wise choices. I feel also like send your person love. They honestly could use some right now, but they do need to suffer some consequences for their choices. Otherwise, they're not going to learn. But I do feel, for some reason, I just feel like this particular soulmate is up against some forces that they really have no defense against, or really no know-how. I feel like they're really up against, in a way, again, if this spiritual part is resonating with you, that's someone that's a little spiritual, like kind of like a spiritual bully. Someone who kind of bullies their way around, you know, because they know how to do this and know that. That's not right. That's an abuse of power. And they may just need a little protection from afar. And that can be done. There's the Nine of Wands. Your love for them is real. Ten of Wands and the Knight of Cups. It's almost like send them your love, but make sure that you're out there living life. Going on other dates. Meeting other people. There are always other soulmates around. There is also this energy again of like, I told you so with this. But it feels like, again, pray for them. Send them good energy, okay? But I also feel like let them make their mistake. Let them learn. Or protect them in a way, you know, like where it's allowing them to exert their free will. Unlike that other energy. I also feel for you, focus on your job, on your career. Do what you love to do. And if you're feeling like down in a moment, you know, you could be feeling their energy. And it can also just be your own feelings, right? I think it's like recognize what's yours and recognize what's theirs. But try not to feel too bad for them. They made their choice, right? They made their choices. And there are consequences for those choices. Seven of Cups and Justice. Justice will prevail. Okay, and karma is being dished. That's the thing. And this person has to learn this lesson of you can't just go after what glitters and shines. Just because it looks glittery, just because it has a certain look about it, doesn't mean it's good for you. And in this person's case, it seems like they get involved with people who really just stick like mud, like toxic mud. They don't go away. Especially that spiritual bully that I'm picking up. They have to learn to walk away from these types and not even get involved with them. Because some of these energies, I'm telling you, some people, they don't take no for an answer. And they're boundary pushers. They'll do whatever they have to get what they want. Very spiteful. But that spite ends up consuming them. That's what I'm saying. So, you know, just send love, protection to the situation. And don't underestimate how far like a person will go who's like heartbroken to get what they want. In the meantime, they'll live your life and do what you have to do. There's like a big energy of dating here. Creating new beginnings for yourself as well. Like, don't wait for this just live. Take risk. Live in the moment. I also feel this is a big time for your career. Use it to your advantage and learn the lesson. Use the lessons that you've learned to teach them to others as well. In a very compassionate way. This person, though, they're going to need to get this out of their system. Right? So I hope this resonated with you, those who chose number 1. That went way longer than I thought it was, but it was clearly needed. So let me close it off now with an oracle card. Okay, the truth. Foundation and achievement. So for now, what it feels like is avert your attention elsewhere. Again, if they need the protection, send the protection, but focus on your foundation and your achievements right now. Make sure you're building your life up. Okay, and it does feel like career. See, recognition and reward and triumph. Wow. It's time to triumph in your life, in your career. You've done, I feel, what you can ultimately for that particular soulmate, and now is the time for you to build your life up. And there's harmony. Okay? You may even be in for another connection soon. Okay? New one, and that will be your choice. Now here is prosperity. Look at that. Prosperity begins. I feel this is financial abundance. And in a way, because of the wisdom that you've learned. Spread the wisdom that you've learned. Okay? To others, best you can. When it's warranted. Help others who are going through the same thing. All right? So those of you who chose number 1, thank you. And those of you who are going to continue watching, we'll move on to number 2 now. And if this is where we leave each other, I'll see you soon. Until next time. Okay. Oh, did that go longer than I expected? All right. So, welcome to deck number 2. Those of you who chose deck number 2, let's get started here. So, let me see. Will your soulmate, will they reach out? What's going on with them? How are they feeling? What is going on with this soulmate who you're in no contact with? Ooh, the 10 of Cups. Now, this particular deck, this deck is a unique one. And it's not a standard deck. I'm getting an energy like your person is having a lot of trouble in their life right now. There's a big, fat, red X on here, and the cup is upside down. I know what I feel. It feels like your soulmate is involved. It feels like their life is just topsy-turvy. It feels like whether they're in another connection or not, they could be dating and things are not going well. I just feel like they're empty without you. Really just empty in general. This feels like a kind of empty person. I feel like I feel like they feel rejected by you, like shunned, rejected. This person may have severe self-esteem issues, because I'm getting an energy like of somebody who maybe does some toxic things. I feel like they lie. I feel like they're maybe like a habitual, I want to say like a liar, or like even a fibber, or like purposely vague. I'm getting like an energy of vagueness, but kind of unwarranted, and it's the kind of it, like it hurts. Like when they're not honest about what they're doing, or, like, oh, where are you? What'd you do? And they're just like vague, or they maybe like blow you off for a day or two, not respond to your texts, but they'll be like replying to others, this and that, and even just feels like maybe they were a shitty friend to you, if it's a friend, right? And yet, but I feel like when they're called out, they kind of would like pull the pity party and try to make it like, oh, but I do care. And, and they probably did, but it's like your actions show that you don't, or suggest that you don't. Like, what are you doing? But then they kind of twist it around and make them the victim. And it just feels like, I feel like their luck in relationships has been bad. Like, even with you, it feels, even before you, this person just feels like a bit of a magnet for, like, I want to say bad luck. But it feels like it's their own fault. Because it feels like what they give off is not loving. They themselves, I think, feel unworthy of love. This is a very emotional person. A very... closed off. I'm getting like closed off, like I don't talk about that. Or, they make up things, like, yeah, I'm fine, when they're not. And it's clear that they're not. And that's very, but then they may act like real aloof with you, and that's hurtful. They don't really get close with people. And I feel, though, like the people that they have gotten close with ruined them. They were not the right, good people. I'm hearing the name Jamie, James, Jamie. Also, it's like a J's. I'm getting J's, or even like, the names. Some of these may resonate with you, others don't. This just may be confirmation for somebody who needs it. I also saw Jared, or like another one like Jarrod, Jarrod, something like that. Even like A-Rod is coming out, the baseball player. Maybe they like the Yankees. I don't know. Or just baseball. Anywho, there's like an energy, though, of just like, I almost, I don't like being this blunt, but it's like, damn, like a lost cause. It's like so depressing, this particular energy. The Queen of Staves. The Chariot. Oh. Oh, this feels okay. For those of you, all right, this may not resonate with everybody. Those of you who are in like same sex, okay, relationships. This can be somebody with an identity crisis. Who's trying to act straight when they're not. And I feel like, or, even, this can be even like somebody with you. Now, let's say they were with you, and like as a heterosexual couple. They actually may be interested in the other sex. Or the same sex. Conversely, let's say they're with you and you're like a same-sex couple. They may actually, maybe they go both ways. Because there's something here, though, it feels... The bulk, it's honestly feeling, though, like someone who's straight. I'm sorry, someone who's playing it straight, but they're not. They actually have same-sex desires. And they're like almost embarrassed about it. I also get an energy of, if not same-sex, there's a big energy here of, I don't know why, okay, and don't take this the wrong way. I don't know what it is, but it's almost like they're embarrassed to be into you. There's something about your connection, and I don't know what that... Now, don't take that as like personal. It can be many reasons for that. I'm getting like societal pressure. It can be family traditions, like maybe two different religions getting together. It could be mixed race, something that's a little, that may unfortunately raise an eyebrow. You know what I mean? That maybe ideally shouldn't, but does. You know, like how some families, you know, like, well, no, you need to marry within the culture. You need to marry this. You need to get with this. Like, and that's what I feel. Like being with you would cause this person like an uproar, you know, or like their whole life would fall. They may lose family. They may lose, God, I mean, like their job. They're this, they're that. It's like an energy of a real like debacle. This is like a pickle. It's something like that they're, it's like, I want to be with you, but I can't. I also feel like someone who, I swear, it's like they put on a show, but they're not living their true selves. It's in secret that they do. They have to do it in secret or would do it in secret, and that can be hurtful to some people. Could have been hurtful to you. I feel this person is very lonely right now. They may be sticking to themselves. I also feel like they could be in another connection with somebody, but it just feels like they're not in it. You know, like, let's say, like, if it's a guy and he's trying to play it straight and he's with a woman and it's just not working. Let's say something like that. Or, again, it can just be another guy. You know, if it's not same sex, right? It can be just, you know, he's with somewhere, he or she is like with someone and they're not in it. They have feeling like there's somebody that has feelings for you, for someone else, you know, not for this person. It's just more to pass the time. They feel like a lost cause, but I feel like it's because they're not being genuine. You honestly feel like the one that they want. Here's the Three of Cups. How interesting. It's almost, I know what I feel, and like they're corrupting themselves. It's like corruptive. It's unnatural what they're doing to themselves. They're like turning themselves into stone. You know, it almost feels like they're turning themselves into stone in a way because they're stifling who they are out of maybe, again, family pressure. It could be like old, really, really old school, you know, mom, dad, whatever. And that's not who they are. Again, if it feels like the clash of cultures, the clash of like religions, race, whatever you want to call it. That's kind of what I feel. And if it's not that, it's just there's something that they're afraid to be with you. They're like embarrassed. Here's the Empress. Cassandra. Two of Swords. The Knight of Swords. And the Queen. Ooh, and the Queen of Swords. Liliana. Cullen. How interesting. This person lives a double life. I get. There's like a double life. And a lot of things are done in secret. This is how I feel this is how they try to appear on the outside. Stoic, respectable, up to like somebody else's standard. I feel this person lives up to someone else's standards. It could honestly be a mother, father, a family dynamic, a religion, whatever you want to call it. But that's not who they are. They've fallen for you or fallen for another. You know what I mean? Like, you, I feel, were maybe the catalyst for it. They never really, I think, worried about this, but you sparked something. And this person lives a double life. Who they are on the inside is not who they appear on the outside. And it eats them up every day. Every day. No, this person is not who they appear to be. For those of you, I've been saying names this entire time. This particular deck is unique, and it comes from one of my favorite video games. It's called Dragon Age, and a lot of these cards have particular characters from the game. And this particular character, okay, this particular character is Leliana, and she was the spy master within the game. This is what's sticking out to me now. This guy's name is Blackwall, but it turns out that the entire game, you thought he was someone. He wasn't like an enemy, but it turns out he had quite a past, and he was not who he said he was. But you found that out towards very much at the end of the game. I know what I feel. This person's sacrificing themselves for another. Many secrets. They have a secret love for you. And for some reason, they don't have the courage to, or have the ability right now to admit it. I feel they kind of like had a taste of it with you, and it could have gone so, but they sabotaged it. Ooh, this person, oh my goodness. It's like they're eating themselves up. I feel their energy, and it's sad. This is someone who's living a lie. Ooh, I could cry. I'm really feeling like I'm crying. Now here's the Queen of Swords again, Leliana. Ace of Swords. See, this feels like survival. In order for this person to, yeah, I know what I feel. They're living, it's like, they're not prepared, I feel. Whether it's, again, if it's saying, it could be coming out. It could be like admitting that they're, again, if it's the religion thing, right? It could be, a Catholic, someone who's like a Christian or Catholic, falling for someone who's Jewish, but it's like, Muslim and Jewish, something, whatever it is, it just feels like families who would not be, whatever it is, even taking religion, it can be like people who are not open to mixing of cultures, or like, no, how could you do this to the family? The family. It just feels like the family pressure, or even like image. Three of Pentacles. They've kind of relegated themselves right now to suffering. I know what I feel. I'm feeling like they're doing it like they're trying to be a martyr, but they are killing themselves in the process. Here's the Emperor. They want to appear a certain way to their family, to their friends. And it feels like even being with you may destroy a lot of their relationships, a lot of their foundation. Or they think it would. There's that Ten of Cups again. You see, but this Ten of Cups with that X. If I shuffled and it came out again. Now here's the King of Cups. They know who they love, and it's you. They can sit and play around all they want and act like that. Now here's Cassandra again, the Strength card. They're very good at mastering their like not showing their feelings. For me, though, this more is like the Death card. I know it says Strength, but the artwork is more, I know what I feel. Judgment. This person feels like they're can only go on like this for so long. They may have betrayed you. You feel they betrayed you. In a way, it is a betrayal. And they know they did. But they betrayed themselves, too. And they're doing it every day. Every day, their life is a lie. And it's eating them up. It's really eating them up. Let me see if this person will reach out to you. How do they feel about you? Will they reach out to you? No. How does this person feel about... Oh, the Queen of Staves. Queen of Wands. The Moon. And now here's the Death card on this particular deck. They're defeated. There's an end. They know they're in love with you. They're totally in love with you. Completely 150,000 million %. And here's the Hierophant. The Hermit. These two happen to be the same character. Queen of Cups. They're absolutely in love with you. Nine of Swords. They almost cry at how much they love you, you know, and how much they miss you. They're in agony every day. No, I know what I didn't even have to throw for that. Let me throw more for, are they going to reach out to you? Is this salvageable? Is this soulmate going to reach out to you and maybe solidify a relationship, admit these things, and clear the air? These dear angels, dear God, dear universe. The Death, again, the Death card. Okay, the Nine of Swords came out reverse now. The King, yes. Oh, yeah. And look at the Ten of Pentacles in this particular deck. Now, funny, in the game, this guy's called Iron Bull. If in the game, he was very sexual, very inappropriate. You know, there was like something he was one of the funniest characters in the game. But in the game, it's very interesting. He came from a very rigid society. The game kind of had different areas or like regions. It was a whole world. You can go look it up if you want. It's Dragon Age Inquisition in particular. He was from the Qunari, if you want to look it up, but it actually makes sense. But their religion was very strict, and he broke in a way free from that and falls in love. And in a way, you know, in those like kind of games like that, if you don't romance him, like you can romance people in video games and some of them, those of you who don't play, but just explaining for the, if you don't make him your rum, he actually, at the in the epilogue, he falls for a guy, and it's like a same-sex relationship. So something, but in the game, it's kind of taboo, which is kind of, it makes sense here. It's something taboo, that goes against their culture, this and that. I feel like, yes, they will. But he had, in a way, it's funny, but for him to join you in the game, like your order or what you're doing in the game, he had to give up his entire culture, his entire family, in a way. Oh, the lovers. No, he'll be back. This person will be back for you when they build up the courage. And it feels like they just have to suffer some more, unfortunately. The more they do it, they're going to suffer. There's the Five of Swords. No, they're going to reach out. They just need to build up the courage. They're in silence right now, but they're suffering in silence. Page of Panic. Oh, yeah, no. Their demons are getting to them. The guilt in losing you, guilt in not being true to themselves. They may have lost you. There's the heartbreak. Three of Swords. See, they're suffering right now without you. Five of Cups. Oh, my goodness. Now here comes the Fool. In this particular deck, this is a very carefree character. It feels like they will. They just have to, I feel, maybe be comfortable in their own skin to do so. They have to be ready, though, and I feel they will face judgment for it. And I don't mean it as like, I actually feel like judgment from people around them. They just have to prepare themselves for it. And I do feel like them being with you, they will be left out in the cold by other people. So with them being with you, they will need to sacrifice something. Okay? Or there's like potential for that, or like a rift in the family. Disbelief. Yeah, and it's scary. I think it is scary for them. They almost dread it. I can understand that. See, in other words, it's like they're going to be someone they know is going to reject them in their life. They just have to, it's like, what's worth it? They already feel alone. They feel like they're not living up to their true potential. There's Dorian again. See, that's the guy. I'm telling you. Could be afraid of like what a father would say, a mother would say. It's this kind of energy. Family. They're going to have to give something up to be with you. And not live the lie anymore. The front of who they put on. I feel like they will. Let me close this off. Dear angels, dear God. Any advice, any final advice for the viewer? How to best handle this? Solitude. Maybe this person I feel needs some solitude. Give it to them. And it may take some time for them to break out of it. See, trapped in fear. Because I feel they will lose some people. Okay? Or there will be a lot of drama created. from that. A lot of like, and I feel really harsh judgment. And, you know, I don't want to say unfortunately, but see, what's needed is this. The only way to get through that is spiritual strength. And that's what they're building up. Okay? They are trapped in fear, but that in a way it's building up their spiritual strength. Conflict and defeat. It's almost like they need to feel total defeat to realize, well, what do I have to lose? I already feel defeated. I know it's a little cynical, but it does make sense. If they're already going to feel defeated in their life, then what do they have to lose? What are they so scared? I already feel miserable. Now, what is this? See? Prosperity begins when they get out of this. Moving on. Deception. See, and this is the reaction that they're going to get from others, or what they're fearing from others. But I do feel, though, like somebody is actually going to be like this. And it's not just a fear, it's somebody will, and it's more like them facing it actually happening. And this can be a mother, a father, a brother, whatever. Now for you, there we go, the waiting game. This is a waiting game. So if you want to hold on, you know, it's an energy. This is going to be a waiting game. Okay, in the meantime, look at this. Material harvest for you. Material harvest. Love begins. But also what's on the balance. Stay in balance. Recognize that this is the situation. Harmony. What a beautiful energy. And fertility, memories of love. You know, I feel like this is them remembering you, whether you're a guy or a girl, it doesn't matter. Remembering you, how you made them feel, your connection, what you mean to them. You're who they want to be with. Sacrifice. They sacrificed you. But either way, it's either they're going to sacrifice you or sacrifice themselves. But in the meantime, you need to make sure, hold on to those memories of love, but don't sacrifice your whole life right now. Stay in balance, okay? But there's a big sacrifice for them that they're going to need to make. The wisdom that they're going to need to learn is it's kind of like you're living in pain already. Okay? So that's what I feel. Ooh, that was a potent one. All these were potent so far. So if this is where we part ways, I'm sending you so much love. And have a beautiful, beautiful week. Until next time. Okay. All right. Where am I? I need a cup of coffee. All right, so finally, deck number 3. So for those of you who chose number 3, welcome to your reading. And let's get started here. So, let me see here. All right, so how is your person feeling? You know, will they return? How are they feeling about you? Let me see here. All right, well, the bottom of the deck right away is the Tower. So, all right. I feel an energy right now of... Ooh, the Two of Swords underneath. This person feels like they bit themselves in the ass. What they did, you know, it feels like they may have left you. They may have abandoned you. And out of maybe indecision... I feel like this is a very indecisive person. Even sexually, or like their sexual identity. You know, it could be that they go both ways. You know, there's something with this person that's a little unsure, or like maybe they go after, I feel, maybe what they think they should go after, or what they're told, or what they were raised, what their parents say, or what their parents think, versus what they want. And there's kind of this energy of them, I feel like they bit themselves in the eye. This may be even someone who chose the wrong person over you. I know what I feel, and it's, this person has a really strong barrier around them. You know, it feels, see, this particular tower, if you notice it, it's just, you know, it's kind of destructive, but the entire foundation, though, is still up. You know, it's the tower, the lightning is striking, but everything is, and what it feels like is this is more permeating on the inside. They may look and appear very stoic, like a certain way on the outside, but on the inside, not quite so. There is something, this person, I know what I feel, and they bit themselves in the ass. It bit them in the ass. Her life is biting them in the ass. It's more like they're biting their own self, in a way, in the ass. What's going on with this person? Okay, Temperance. The Four of Wands. This the Seven of okay. This person may have definitely left you for another person, but there is an energy of a playgirl or a playboy. I feel an energy of maybe around people right now, romantic or even like friends, who, I don't know, I feel like they're all about image, or you know, like, be it body image, or it could be like they work out, or maybe they don't work out. Maybe they're just, you know, like they look, you have to look a certain way, dress a certain way, talk a certain way, be into certain, like the same thing. It just feels like clicks, or like clicky. It's all for show, and it just feels like a lot of lies. Like feel-good stuff. But, you know, like, stuff that feels good or looks good isn't always necessarily good. You know, like, oh, you look cute together. Okay, right? Well, that's all good and dandy, but that doesn't make a marriage, or that doesn't make a healthy relationship just because you look cute together. You know, it feels like this person may choose people based off of how they look or their image together, and that's not good. Right now, I just get like kind of a La La Land, fantasy land going on with this person and like the people that they're around, but it feels very deceptive. It feels kind of like shit. You know, like people who say, oh, you know, like, call me if you need me, and then when you call them, they don't pick up. Or like, yeah, I'm there. And it feels like this may just be the environment. It could be like their workplace, like their only friends could be their coworker. You know, they really don't have any friends. It's almost like the fair weather people who are there, you know, when they're okay, but then it also feels like an energy with this leprechaun, I don't know why, of like, you know, friends that like, or people that like get into relationships, and then when they're in a relationship, they drop their friends, and, you know, you don't hear from them. Oh, sorry, my boyfriend. Oh, sorry, my girlfriend. This and that. It's like bullshit. Codependent, like just bullshit. And what it feels like is that's what they're around, like people who don't really value them. It just feels like a lot of bullcrap that they're around, like those kind of fair weather friends. or even just fair weather people. Funny, there's that Two of Swords in the Tower again. It ended up on the bottom of the deck. Ooh, and the Devil. This person may look good. You know, they may post a lot on Instagram, or even if they don't post a lot, it's like an energy of when they post, they try to, I think, look a certain way. If they post, like, look a certain way, feel a certain way, appear to be a certain way. But no. No. No, no, no. Oh my God. They're like hiding who they are. They could be in another relationship right now. I feel like they are. In a way, it's like an energy of... Oh, this just feels like very... Oh, I want to say like trivial. Very simple. Very, you know... Oh, how do I say this? Like, it looks good. It's cute, but there's really nothing to... It's just very simple. And it also feels... Feels like they're hiding their feelings for you, you know, or for like other, there are other things in their life. You know, it just feels like maybe they're doing what they're used to, hiding who they really are. They just want to appear a certain way. You know, they could have like people who are around them who are, again, it just feels very cliquey. You know, everybody could have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. And so like they need one too, or else they're not one of the girls or not one of the guys. You know what I mean? And everybody's just kind of like, it just feels like a fake environment. Even at work. There's the Strength card. Even with if they had like a boyfriend or a girlfriend, there's almost like this energy here of they don't really open up to them. And if they do, it's not genuine. Judgment. Judgment. Ooh, and the you see? 10 of Wands. They hide away what they actually worry about. To make it seem like A-okay when they're not. I don't feel they really love whoever they're with. There's like an energy. They don't really care about who they're around either. They just kind of appear to. You see them like in a friend group. It just does. It feels very surface. It's a lot of like show, doing it for show. Yeah, see the Devil in the foot. It's like an energy of for show, and maybe for like career. There could be like social media involvement, or I have to look a certain way. They could have clients. It's something like this. I have to maintain a certain image and I need to do that. Just throwing this out there, like, here's an example. I don't know. Let's say like they're a personal trainer or something like that, and I need to put on a smile for my clients. Okay. But who do you open up to? It's like businessy. Or, you know, like everybody's got a girl. This is the kind of environment it feels like. They all got a girlfriend. Everybody's got a boyfriend. Everybody's got a girlfriend. And like, I need one too. Or else I don't fit in. Just feels like everyone kind of like looks the same, talks the same. This card is sticking out to me, but let me just read the energy. Mm. This feels like you. Their thoughts of you, like you. And what it feels, what it feels like is here's them at the bottom. And in a way, it's like you know who they are, you know what they're about. And it's almost like what they're trying to portray, who they are, it's not the truth. It's like, yeah, okay, let me take this way. You take that. It's like you strip them, and all they're left with is themselves. But they're afraid of that truth, of you. There's the Magician. It's like you're coming out as grounded. You don't hide who you are, or hide your feelings. It's like them, they're just more into image. Image is very important to them. Their image. They could be a little vain. See, because I'm seeing again, and it's not even about looking good. It's more like vanity, or like looking like everyone else. This person seems to be like one of those types of people. Peer pressure, looking like everyone else, doing what everyone else does. I just feel like they're around like a certain group. And again, it could be for career purposes. I feel like a lot of them are doing what's good for business, what's good for their image, but it's not who they are. Here's the Empress. Okay, so see, now this feels okay. Now this Empress kind of feels like a geisha to me. Here's the Ace of Swords. Nine of Wands. When they get home every day, it feels like is when they're alone, they realize how miserable they are. And I feel like some of them are in a relationship. There's this energy of like, why the hell am I doing this? What the hell am I doing? But yet they're still doing it. And I feel like it's because this person kind of digs themselves, or they've dug themselves a hole, and they've maybe told so many lies to people, like they don't know how to get out of it. It just feels like the land of make-believe, the land of fake. But yet I'm doing what I have to do. See, and that's the toxic part. It's like they're a little obsessed with their image, with how they look, how it appears. Ooh, that's what's trapped them. They're trapped. They've trapped themselves. In a way, one could say, like the devil has the hold over them, but it's like they're trapped themselves. They've trapped themselves in this. They're in the freezing blizzard, like in the cold. Knight of Wands. They're a little in love with attention. I keep getting like body image. It's like looks, something with looks. They want to look a certain way, be a certain way, it's something with looks though. bodybuilding, modeling. It's something with looks, but it's like an unhealthy kind of energy, though. It's taken a hold of them. They're not like a person in a way, like they lost themselves. Let me see how they feel about you. Oh, wow. The Queen of Wands. Okay. Queen of Wands. Hermit. The Four of Wands again. Oh, they're attracted to you. There's this energy. I don't know if, like, being with you would be considered something taboo to them, or like, oh, I can't be, like how would I explain this? How would I, how can I do that? There's like an energy here of they know they're attracted to you, but it's quiet. It's almost like they're annoyed that they are, but they know they are. It's not like they're not ready. For some reason, they're not ready to. They're like resisting the connection. And it feels more like on the sexual side for some reason, and I don't know why. It feels like they're they're into you, but for some reason, there's something about admitting the feeling, like the sexual side, that they're not ready for. They're like, it's weird energy, and don't take that the wrong way. It's more like guilty of something. I don't know. Embarrassment. Some of you, again, it could be same sex. That was big in the last reading, number 2. Oh my. Oh yeah, no. They know how they feel about you. It's clear. But they have a wall up. There's a wall up against you. And I don't know why. Let me see if I can. Okay, the Four of Cups. Oh, they're afraid of judgment by others. They care too much what their friends, other people are going to say. It's something with their image. They want to maintain a certain image, and they're not ready to live it, embrace it. Three of Pentacles. It could have something to do with their job, with their line of work. There's the Nine of Pentacles. How could you, there's something with them about, like, how could you choose someone like that? And it feels like it's the friends or the whatever group they're around, the people that they've been around. It's quite annoying. These people seem annoying, who they may get advice from, who they look up to, and but it feels like that's what they're around. But they know it's not what they want. They're kind of miserable. I feel like they're they're actually a lot miserable without you. You're kind of coming out like the one they want. But it feels like sexually it's yeah, there's the Devil. Empress. It just feels like they're... Okay, and I'm saying this for some reason. They're supposed to be into a certain type. Six of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Image seems to be very important. You know, like, I feel they're very into you, but they're not admitting it for some reason. It feels like they're maybe into like, there's an image that they're trying to maintain, like of someone who's maybe put together a certain way, as a certain shape, you know, and I'm saying it in a very mocking way because it feels like that. It feels like this is the people that they're around, though, and they just feel like they kind of go through it, and it's like peer pressure. Very nasty people. But there's like this energy, it causes them heartbreak. In a way, it's like, I want to say, well, good, you deserve it. You're causing your own heartbreak. You want to be with these types of guys and girls. Okay, but that's not what you want. You're just with it for the wrong reason. There's the Sun. Those of you, if it's... Okay, let me just be clear here, too. For those of you, if it is possibly a same-sex situation, they could be struggling because they may want a child and maybe want like something like that, and they may be figuring out how to do that, or like maybe it wouldn't be possible with you. Eight of Wands. Person's a little in love with attention. It feels like, you know, they may be getting a lot of, I don't know, success at work, success in that, but it's not really meaning anything to them because they're lying to themselves and the world. That's what's going on with that. I know what I feel. I don't have to read their energy anymore. They just feel like they're very... You know, their life feels like a bit like a glass house. It's very fragile and very image-based. There's no substance to it. Now, let me see. Will this person reach out? No, I know they... It feels more like the feelings of that. It's the sexual part that they're not... For some reason, it's like they can't... Let me see. Will this person reach out? There's definitely okay, now the Devil is what it feels like is they're going through a bit of a phase right now, and this feels like it may be there for a little while. Let me see. Okay. Justice. Could be Libra or Capricorn. Oh, the Fool. All majors, the Fool. And the Chariot. Wow, all majors. All right, I feel... Okay. There's the Knight of... This is... Okay. Okay. This is a big energy of karma hitting. And what it feels like is this person, your soulmate, needs to go through or will go through, before there's like any communication, they will need to realize or are going to realize what living this kind of lie intends. It's like you can have all the money and the clients and the attention and the oh my God, and you guys look so cute together, and la 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 la, and it's all meaningless. It's garbage. It means nothing. Because I feel like it's simple people. And that's what they're resonating with right now, but they're not really. They're just doing it because that's what they know. And what it feels like is they're going to go through something that, in a way, like their life is kind of balanced right now, but it's not going to be forever. They've effectively, I feel, moved on from you right now. But not forever. It's no. Now there's the Knight of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Four of Swords. No, it's like an energy of feeling very lonely. And I feel like it's going to hit more and more. It's going to eat them up, eat them, eat them, eat them. And the more it eats them up, they will approach you. But this just feels like a little bit of a waiting period. It's kind of like empty success. Like they may gain some career shit, but it's not going to matter. I also feel them maybe even being left by whoever they're with to pass the time, because it honestly feels like I don't want to say a pointless connect, but it's like there's no substance to it. Ooh, the Knight of Pentacles. Hearing like gossip. You know, it's almost like this energy again, like of a clique. They're in a clique, and it's like they're going to be around people. You know, they could be around people, and you know, everyone's kind of laughing, ha ha ha, you know, joking around, but they just feel empty, lonely inside, and it's going to slowly eat them up. But what they have an issue with is peer pressure. And that feels like is what's going to, it needs to kind of settle in. And like they need to see that it's not going to bring them true happiness. It may bring them some money, yeah. But at what cost? It also feels like some connection, you know, but it's like these people are more about image. These people feel like they would drop this person in a heartbeat. See, because it feels like things, you know, appear like they're going well now, and they feel like they got it under control, but then everyone's kind of out for themselves in this clique, and it feels like more and more people are going to kind of, I don't know, like betray. I feel this person getting betrayed by those they think are their friends. People who even they think actually care about them. They don't. This particular star just feels like people looking at them, or someone looking at your soulmate and just like, yeah, okay, I don't care, as she's pouring out the water in the cups. It's like, yeah, okay. Deal with your own shit. They don't care. But yet they thought that, see, there's the lie. It needs to play out a little more. And what it feels like is it's one of the, you know, it's in the fragile state, but it's in the honeymoon, you know, and but the lies have yet to explode. July. I feel 7, like July. Something in July may go down in the summer. That triggers this. Let me see. Will they reach out? All right. The wheel. Is this relationship? Heartbreak. It feels like they will be heartbroken again. And from that, they will think of you. This honestly feels like something has to happen first. I just feel like some people kind of betraying them. Something about July. I hear July. Or 7. It's the 7. Some of you it can be July. Some of you it can be 7 weeks. I feel it more like in the summer though. July. some shit may go down. Is there potential for reconciliation here? Will this soulmate reach out to the viewer? Okay, the star again. It's this star though. Let me see. The Hermit again. Two of Swords. Ooh. There's an energy of like shame, embarrassment. Ten of Wands. Ooh, the Death card. What a gorgeous card. Actually, yeah, I feel it. Yeah, I do. They may expect a battle from you, but you know, this feels very much like a humbled energy. From all this nastiness, you know, this kind of stuck up. This feels a little stuck up, a little arrogant. This, not so much. But it feels like it's a process, you know, but I feel like them becoming a little more humbled and approaching you. I do. The Queen of Cups. I do. I feel them actually humbling out. But they're in this, like, arrogant phase. See, there's the devil. But see, I feel they need to go through this dark kind of devil temptation image kind of phase to see that, yes, those things kind of, you know, that's a little nice sometimes, right? But what does it get you? Is it really sustaining? Is it meaningful? Is it, you know, to a certain extent, yeah, but not to this level, not to the level that they were in. It just feels like they went through an arrogant phase. And if this person is younger than you, and I do feel them as like young in a way, they had to learn kind of the hard way, like kind of the school of hard knocks. I feel, though, that they will approach you in a kind of humble way. In a kind of like, hey, I know it's been a while, but how have you been? You know, and it feels actually quite genuine. You two actually may even just, I don't know, like, you may be like hurting now, but there's even this energy of just like picking up kind of like you may just feel it and just know that you may feel it energetically that they've grown. This feels like you, and there's this energy of like, okay, I don't trust you. Let me see how to handle it. Knight of Pentacles. I feel like your life will be in a very good place. You know, when this person reaches out, I feel like, okay, let me just not open my big mouth yet. Okay. Wow, okay. Page of Cups. Feels like something you've been waiting for. Knight of Pentacles. You know, there's this energy of, I feel, take it slow. Maybe be friendly with it. It does feel, though, like, it honestly feels like it may just fall into place again. Oh, shit, the Lovers. You know, I don't know why I feel it, but it may just be like, I've waited for you. I knew you cared. A lot of, look at that, another Page of Swords. Could be an air sign. I feel like Ace of Wands. There's the Six of Cups. You know, there's like a big energy here of, let me think about it. And then it just feels like you two are kind of back to honoring each other. Maybe you needed to separate in order to fully appreciate each other. I feel more them, you. Death and the Hermit and that Queen of Swords again. No, I feel them as learning their lesson. They will be humbled. Life will humble them. I just, I do feel it though as like trust would need to be reestablished, I think. Let me just see. I think they're going to come at you in the right way. You may just give this energy like, all right, well, let me just think about it. Like, let me, give me some time. Let me just think about it. Okay, I'm open to it, but let me just think about it. Or, I don't even want to say, like, let me think about it. It's more like, it's going to take me time to fully trust you again. But it means a lot that you reached out. So thank you. You may even bring up these people, like things that you said. It's like, and I think they may even be open about it, like, yeah, I know. I don't feel them like denying things. Like, I know, and it may even make them cry, and I feel like that was their kind of battle in a way. And I see them actually becoming a true emperor. Not denying them, not denying their faults, it's not a toxic emperor, it's a true emperor. Wow, there's the Ten of Pentacles. I see reconciliation, and but it feels like some things need to happen first, okay? But right now, just know they're in a bit of a shit phase, okay? This has to play out and implode or explode, okay? So let me just get you some final advice. Okay. Oh, I was pulling... Okay. I feel like for this particular group, I'm going to do two. So here's moving on. In the meantime, what this feels like is more advice for you. Move on from that for now. Definitely move on from that. Make sure you're living your life, doing your thing. This number six is also making me feel like focusing on your job as well. On your material prosperity, your financial security. Here's sacrifice. It feels like them sacrificing you, however you want to look at it, was a necessary thing. All right, well, let me not go so far as to say that, because it probably wasn't necessary. It just happened. They made a choice. They went through something. They didn't learn a lot, whatever. They had to do it. The choice they made led to the sacrifice. That's how I maybe should word it, because it really doesn't feel like it was necessary. But in a way, maybe it was. Maybe their soul wasn't ready. They had to go through something. They had to learn the hard way. Fertility. I feel like you can turning this experience into something fertile, birthing something new in your life. Maybe the heartbreak, if it caused you heartbreak, which I'm sure it did, may have led you to creating something in your life. You can always, how do I say this? There's wisdom in that. When there is destruction, right? Or like at the, let's say like, You know, like with gardens and gardening, right? When plants die, okay, all that can go into the source. A lot of it can become something, or even, you know, like a cycle, like when something ends and there is destruction. Okay, that can actually, though, become fertile, make the soil fertile. Let's say something like when, you know, like magma, right? You know, like when volcanoes erupt and the lava comes out, right? Okay, and the land gets destroyed. But what happens is, you know, that soil becomes fertile. And there's the crown chakra. I feel like it brought you some wisdom. It brought you some spiritual know-how as well. And I feel like it would be wise for you to focus on that, but not necessarily focus on it. More, not on the pain, but more on the lessons that brought you. There's the shadow. You may have faced your shadow. Now they will need to face theirs. See, and there's conflict and defeat. And it's really through defeat that we learn. But this holds true for them as well. See, emotional withdrawal. You may have gone through this, but I feel like this is kind of how they feel right now. Solar plexus, see, they're not happy. They're acting like they are, but they're not. Foundation and achievements. But see, it's like they're maybe achieving some things, but at what cost? There's no happiness. I know what I feel. Recognition and reward, you know, and I feel like, again, them getting some attention. I know what I feel. Good for them. Love begins. Spiritual prosperity, wisdom. You know, and it's, I feel like it's an energy here of them learning that that's not the only thing that matters. You can have all the money, all the attention in the world, but if you're in a glass house, if it doesn't matter. It's empty. And if you're like kind of with the wrong people for the wrong reasons, there is no harmony. You're both in it for the shadow reason, it's going to explode. But yet, the shadow is really the way to true harmony. Facing our darkness. And that's what I feel they're on. So, like, it's almost like wish them well on that journey. But now I feel too, like, focus on your own foundation and achievements. There's always hope too. Look, heartache and loss with hope. But yet I feel too with hope, it's like an energy of have hope, but don't put your life on hold. Feel the loss, feel the heartache. There's temptation, which would be the devil. But always remain in control over your dark and light. Awareness. Be aware of it. Aware of your own dark side, your own temptations, right? And then that's how you gain authority, is when you become aware of it. But this is the key, is I feel awareness. Then comes the authority. You have to be aware of it, though, and experience it in order to be able to control it. There's spiritual union. You know, some people are like meant to be together, and this just feels like, again, if it's not romantic, you will not be forgotten. They may be trying to avoid, you know, like higher power, universe, will pay the price. No, that's the wrong way to say it. It's like not pay the price. It's more like if they're not living their truth, see, it's not really like the universe punishing them. It's more them punishing themselves. Just have patience, I feel, with this one. Okay, but in the meantime, right, make sure you're living your life. Any new connections, explore them. You know, don't put your life on hold for anybody to that extent. You can be patient, you can, you know, do that, but make sure you're out there living your life, okay? Focus on your job as well. Bring in the money. Material harvest. Right? So this was a wonderful pick a card, longer than I expected and longer than I normally usually do. So I'm sending you much love, and I do hope this resonated with you. If you're interested in a private reading, please email me down below. That information is in the description box. I do offer live one-on-one readings and also pre-recorded readings, okay? Let's see. You get a final love message for everybody. Look, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. This feels like an energy too of, like, you know, getting some advice from your friends. Your friends can also have some wisdom for you. Okay? And look, very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay? So all my love to you. And bye-bye now.